Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I'm going to start by making a card front, and then at the end, I'll figure out how I'm going to put it together. I am now an official design team member for Peddler's Den, but the products I'm using today have all been purchased on my own money previously. But I thought I'd kind of show you guys what this stamp company has in stock and how you can use it. So I have a piece of watercolor paper today. This is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. This is Northwood's rubber stamps, but you can use any watercolor paper you want. I'm going to be using a mixture of stamping. I'm going to be using my Crayola washable markers for watercoloring, my new 3 colors of Tim Holtz Distress watercolor pencils, and chalks, pan pastels. So I'm going to be coloring in a whole bunch of different colors. So let me get started in different mediums. Now I'm going to start by making my scene. And I keep dropping things. Pardon me for that. Now they have this little house. This is T5-127B, and I'll have all these products linked below so I don't have to go through the number of each time. But this is a little house, and I have used their Eclipse masking paper. You can use any masking paper that you may have. I like this one because it comes on a roll, and you just stamp your image and then cut it out. Now I'm going to use the house, and I always get this house crooked. I kind of want that up in the corner, like it's going to be sitting on a hill. And oh well, I got this little cute little raccoon. And where's my porcupine? And then they have this little porcupine. I want the raccoon and the porcupine to be meeting in the early hours of the morning because the porcupine's got his frills up. So they're just kind of going to go like that. Now these, I chose to get the unmounted. You just need a little bit of double-sided tape, or you can put mounting foam on them. Oops, I see that one already had some ink on it. All right. So now I'm just going to stamp them. And I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair in Nocturne. I want to stamp these first because then I need to mask them off. All right. Let's see how crooked I got my house. I need to stamp that house more. Peddler's Den has this collection. They call it Making a Scene. So you can make a pretty picture for the front of your card. I'm going to do a little bit more down at the bottom. The raccoon and the porcupine came out perfect. There we go. All right, and I'm just going to clean these off with my tidy towel. All right. Now to put my masks on. All right. And now when I cut them out, as you see the porcupine, I didn't cut out his little frills or some of his paws because they will cover up better if you don't. Now my house mask I have used multiple times. And I cut inside. That's going to need a little bit extra sticky on it. But that's okay. Now I need my raccoon. Just had the papers. Where did they go? Amazing how you got 12 inches of desk space and things just disappear. Is it under? Ah, ha, ha. And I got my little raccoon there. Okay. Now to put other things on here. I'm going to be using, they have this beautiful tree, pine tree light. Yeah, the masks want to stick up here now. That's all right. I want a pine tree down here by the raccoon. He's going to be kind of like underneath the tree. That my sticky still worked on that one. However, this mask is coming off. Stay. Now you could stamp these in different colors ink. However, I'm going to color them with all of my supplies. So, all right. I touched my masking stuff so it's not sticking so well. I'm just going to take a little bit of this masking magic and roll a little bit up behind it. Should probably start out with new. I've used these multiple times, so it's probably time to cut new masks. Just like that. All right, get my tree down. And I want to stamp that one more time. Now, house, get back up there. That looks good. Now, I also want to do the tree here and have it go off the paper. I'm going to put another piece of tape down. And I see I've got a major lag going this morning. Sorry about that. If my camera seems to be stopping, this weather, this severe cold snap has the infrastructure going a little bit wonky today. And the last few days, actually. And I'm just going to stamp this twice, get my house back down there. Okay, more masking magic behind my house layer. Let's just put a big piece. And I'm going to put this tree down several times. I'm just drying it there. Now, I'm going to take a piece of acetate, just some scrap acetate. I want to put a tree, let's see. Now I'm going to go with the next tree. I'll use the smaller tree. There's a, this is called Barren tree silhouette. Sure it was. That's the tree I was looking for. I'll start with my little pine tree. I'm going to put some smaller pines in the middle here. Well, good thing this isn't with paid stamps. This just shows you how to work with it and what you can do with them. This is a test run. And I want to put a couple of these trees in here. But I don't want to get it behind that. So this is where I'm going to use my acetate. I'm just going to cover up that part of the pine tree. You could make a mask of your tree. I'm just going to quickly use a little piece of acetate. And then I'll fill that in with my coloring. And then I'm going to put another one over here, and I'm just going to go right over top. The fun part when you start to fill it in, and then there's some additional stamps that I'll use just to fill in the ground. That goes off to the side. And I think I want to put one of those trees off to the side of the house on the other side. Make sure that that mask is on. And I'm going to slide this over. Because I want this tree to be right there. Boy, that masking magic isn't working any better for me this morning. And I'll do one more. Okay. Still need that. And now I want to put, it kind of looks like a little maple tree or some other tree that has no leaves on it. And I kind of want to put that behind the house, like they have it as a decor at the house. So let's move that mask. That's yeah, and I want to fill in one over here too. I like how that tree looks because you don't have, unless you planted them all the same, you've got different trees in the woods. And I don't need to bother with this anymore because I've got some other things. And then I'll stick one up here in this corner just to kind of fill in my trees. Pardon me. Okay. All right. Now the rest of my stamping is going to be done by hand. Could do it in the Misty, but all right. I'm going to leave the porcupine and the raccoon masks on for now. I'm going to use, this is Ground Pattern 2. And again, I'm just going to put some double-sided adhesive tape on there. And then just randomly stamp this around. And I'll put a little bit there. We'll come down right across the porcupine. This one I'm making it because it's on a hill. And then the next ones I'm going to put so it's more straight, I hope. So it gives the impression that you're no longer on the hill. And this is actually going to turn out to be snow with little pieces of grass poking through. And just here and there, get that in there. And then I have, this one is short and tall grasses. I'm going to use the short grass. Now this stamp came together. I cut it apart.
because I just want to use the short grass most of the time. And I'm going to put a little bit of the short grass up by the house. And down here. Up by the trees. See, now it's looking more like a scene, isn't it? Whereas before it was looking like a mess. And it's just starting to come together. I think a little bit over here. Yeah, that's good. I don't want to do any more. Now I can start coloring this in. Done with the ink. And let's just set these stamps aside. All right, I'm going to start with my pan pastels. All right. I want to make a sky where the sun's just starting to come up and over. So I want to use my orange and yellow colors. These are just chalks, and I use little foam makeup brushes from the dollar store. And I'm just going to start with the sun coming up behind the house. Or the sun could be setting. And I'm going right over the trees. Putting a little bit in. And if you get too much in one spot, you can go back and just smooth it out with your chalk. All right, and now I'm going to put in a little bit of brighter yellow. One nice thing is this has 4 sides of these little makeup sponges. And I'm going to go in here with a little bit of brighter yellow. And I'm kind of mixing it in so that it's not as vividly yellow. I'm going to come a little bit down here behind that tree. It's real easy to color with chalks. Now, I want to add some blue. Let's see, where's my blues? There we go. I'm going to start with the pale blue, but I may end up adding a darker blue. And I'm going right over the trees because I'm going to color them with my watercolors, and the chalk won't interfere with that. And I do need to go darker with my blue. So I'm going to use that one. That's what I'm wanting because the sun's just coming up. And I'm going to bring a little bit of that down into the yellow. Either the sun's just coming up or the sun's just going down. It can be your choice. All right. Now, I pretty much got the 4 sides of that one used. I can wash these off and use them again. Or they're so inexpensive you can just get rid of it if you want. Now I want to do down here for the snow. And I think I'm going to use this very pale blue. This one is PHTH Phthalo Blue. Phthalo Blue Tint. And this is going to be for my snow. So I can get rid of my little masks for the porcupine and the opossum. And I want to smooth this out so it's not in your face blue. The snow actually has a blue tint to it. But I'm not filling it in 100%. I'm hitting and missing. And now I'll go with this very, very, very pastel blue. Is this green or blue? That's a turquoise tint.
And then I will be sparkling this up with some glitter and bling. All right. Currently done. I think that's done with the pan pastels. Now I'm going to use my new Tim Holtz. This is the Evergreen Bough Distress Watercolor Pencil. And I'm just going to go on my trees and just color them in a little bit, just like using a crayon. And you're not going to see much right now until I get my watercolor brush and add the green. I want to put some on this one also. And you can just scribble it on. You can go a light hand with it, or you can press hard. If you press hard to get more color added on to your card. And I'm going to bring a little bit of green over into here. And this tree I want to be darker, so I am going to scribble with all my might. And look how pretty this, I don't know if you can see how the greens are coming out. I need to darken this over here. I don't want, yeah. All right, now to do this tree. This is just a brush that holds water for watercoloring. You can use a plain old brush and a cup full of water if you want. But watercoloring this way is just kind of easy, especially using these stamps. You don't have to think about where you're putting it. It just kind of goes. Now I'm going to add a little bit of green to the grass that's sticking up. So it's early spring and the grass is sticking through the snow. And just a little bit here and there. Now I need to do this tree over here. Okay. Now I'm going to add some brown color. Let's see how this one looks. This is tea dye. I want to see how my porcupine looks brown. Can't say I've seen a porcupine in real life that I remember. He might be more gray than brown, but my porcupine's going to be brown. And my raccoon, I want gray. So here I'm going to use my, let's see if this is gray. This is my Crayola markers. Just scribble on any glass surface. And then come pick it up with your brush. And I think that needs to be a darker gray for him. He also needs a little bit of black. Do I have a black one in here? Yes. Yeah, I want him darker. So that is going to work out nice. Add a little bit of the lighter color to his face and paws. Okay. Oh, I missed the green of this house. So let's come back. house. I meant the tree. Didn't color this tree all the way down. You can use your same color brush for all of your different colors. All right, now for the house, and then I will add my sparkly snow. Okay, for the house, I want the roof to be black. And I already have some black on here from the raccoon. And I want red chimney. There's a red. I think I might mix red and brown to see if I can get more of a brick red for the chimney. Oh, that looks good. Now the windows, I want to be yellow like the lights are on in the house. Get some more yellow on there. The family's just waking up, having heard the commotion of the raccoon and the I forgot the name of that. Oh, goodness, there it is, the porcupine. The freeze has affected my brain. Okay, now I want, what color house do I want? I think I want a blue house. Why not? I think that would look pretty. That might be a little too bright blue, so I might tone it down a little bit. But let's see what we get. I'm going to leave the window frames white because this is going to be a blue house with white trim. Simply because my house is blue with white trim. Now this is where the house is in a shadow. So I don't want to color this solid bright blue. I'm going to come back and add a little bit of the black over the shadowed areas. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to add my snow. And I'm just going to pick this up with my tidy towel. All right. Actually, I'll add my glitter when I get my card together. So I'm going to put you on pause and figure out what kind of card to make with this. Be right back. Sure, I will. It's not wanting to pause. Oh, dear. Hold on. Okay, I am back. I have chosen, which seems like an odd combination for a Christmas card, a yellow and a black for the background. And I'm going to glue these all together before I put my glitter on. And I'm going to stamp on the inside of the card this time, because I really don't want to put a sentiment on the front. And I'll put the measurements for these papers. I just cut them out This one I used GinaK's Master Layouts 8 to cut the center portion, but for the yellow and the black, I just hand cut them to fit behind each other. So I'll write the measurements down and then put them for you. And the black I know is just a hair under 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. I want to move that down a little bit there. Okay. And then that's going to fit on the front of my card. And again, I'm going to go flat. Now, I'm going to bling this up with a little bit of glitter. So I have, this is Art Glitter. It's Ultrafine Transparent Glitter. And I'm going to use a glue pen. This is the Quickie Glue Pen. And I'm just going to kind of follow some of these snow lines here that I stamped on. And I'm just putting some glue down. The glue goes down blue, so you can easily see where you have put it, but it will dry crystal clear. I'm going to put it on that half of the card first before it dries on me. And gonna make a mess. See, and it just added the glitter, and it's not really sparkling for you. It's just added the glitter where I had the pen. All right. And I'm just scribbling it on. There we have it. That is beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't need a whole lot more. So let me pick this glitter back up and put it back in the container. Ah, that pin stuck to the back there. All right. You know, it does not need any more bling than that. So I will let this dry before I stamp on the inside. I don't think I want to put anything on the front like a sentiment. Thanks so much for watching. Get your stamps out and play. You might not have these stamps, but I bet you have other stamps that would work and you can make your own scenes. But if not, check out Peddler's Den. Great, great stamps. Fantastic stamps. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day and stay warm. Well, if I can get this to, my computer is giving me hissies. See if we can end this recording.